Well, the last movie that I saw, I watched it with a friend, and actually it's one of my favorite movies of whole time. I love that movie. I remember that I was sitting on the couch of my friend and I told her, "Do you want to watch a beautiful movie?" And she said, "Yes, of course. Let's look for it." So we start to look for Electric Children. That's the name of the movie. And it's about a girl that has been raised in a kind of an Amish community. And she's 15 in the movie, and by that time she haven't had in touch with any kind of technology. So one night she goes to her basement and she finds out that a recorder with tapes in it, and she plays the tape that it's inside of it, a blue tape, and start to play a song. She hadn't listened to anything before, and once she listened that man's voice, "Don't leave me hanging on the telephone," she felt something really beautiful throughout all her body, and she suddenly felt like she was pregnant, and she started to believe that the man on the tape was the one who made her pregnant with his voice. So she went out and told her mom and her father too, and that she was pregnant, and they actually made the pregnancy test to her, and it was positive, and they got really worried about her. They started to think that maybe her brother raped her or something like that. So they arranged a wedding with a boy from the community. And she doesn't want to marry him. And she really believes that, well, her child's father, it's the man that was singing on the tape. And was amazed because, like, the beliefs that her parents were trying to insert into her mind were kind of like allowed her to believe that such miracles were possible. So she ran away with her brother. They end up in a Laude city in which they make friends with a boys band. And she fell in love with one of the boys that looks just like Jesus. There's another one that falls in love with her because of her belief that she had a miracle on her womb. So a lot of things happens, like, and the end, like there's this scene in the movie that I really like, my favorite one actually, and it's the one in which this guy that falls in love with her just sits beside her and tells her that he could be her husband while they look for the man who's singing on the tape. And the girl goes like, will you really do that kind of thing for me?" And the poet's like, "Yes, and if you find him, then you can marry him and you can left me. But I could be like the B plan for you. In case you don't find him, you can marry me and I can help you raise your miracle child. And so they go ahead to look for the man who was singing on the tape. And it turns out that the man that was singing on the tape was her actual father. And she discovered that, then she goes back to the community. She's about to get married with this boy, and Clyde arrives with her father and rescue her, and then they go live by the sea. They At the end of the movie, you can see a tent just by the sea, and this girl with her womb already big because of the child of the voice from the tape. And you can hear the sound of the sea just as at the beginning of the movie, because the first thing you listen to and you can hear when the movie starts, it's the sound of the sea. It's so beautiful. And I wasn't really thinking when I was watching the movie. I was just feeling. And I recall that the first time that I watched that movie, by that time I haven't had saw the sea like in real life. And it's a beautiful experience too. It's kind of a soft, beautiful movie. That's the last one that I've saw, and I can watch it many, many times. I just can't get tired of it, of the feeling that it possesses me every time I watch it.